Hello, I'm Davina, and hello to all of you bold, beautiful, brilliant, and highly evolved souls. Today, I want to talk about how a narcissist creates people pleasing in their child. And probably you're already pretty much familiar with this. I just feel like I keep getting to deeper levels of understanding and knowing. So, a healthy parent, of course, allows a child to be themselves, and they show the child love and acceptance. Just, I love you no matter what, of course, with healthy boundaries. But the parent is a mirror for that child. So, for example, if the child is maybe playing with a toy and like smiling a lot and like, looks like they're having fun, the parent says, I can see you're really excited about your new toy. And that provides that mirroring, that validation to that child so that they understand themselves and that they start to build their identity based on that. Or it looks, maybe the child is crying for some reason, and the parent says, it looks like you're feeling sad. Do you want a hug? So again, the validation, the mirroring. Maybe the child throws some food on the floor and has has a face like that, and the parent says, that really, you look so angry about that. What happened? How come you're feeling so angry? They're curious, they want to know what's going on with their child. They don't take it personally. They realize their child is going to have emotions. And again, just providing that, just mirroring, it seems simple enough, right? And the last example I have here is, maybe a child is feeling really, I don't know, they're stomping their feet or really upset. Their favorite outfit's in the wash and they can't wear it, and they're crying and they look angry and sad. And the parent is like, oh, I can see that you're feeling so really upset right now. I'm here for you. And they hold the child and comfort the child as the child is really, crying those feelings out, and just providing that presence that child needs. And in all of these cases, the child, of course, feels seen and heard and validated, and they feel known, and they start to understand their own feelings. They start to develop their own identity through this, because they start to understand, oh, I like this toy. Oh, yes, my parent is mirroring that. Now, a narcissist will do pretty much the exact opposite, of course. So again, that situation where a child is excitedly playing with their new toy, the narcissist overreacts, freaks out, and says, what are you so hyper about? Calm down, And so now the child is thinking, what's wrong with me? Is it's not okay to feel happy? Maybe I don't like this toy. And it's really confusing for the child. And it causes obviously a lot of self-doubt. Again, that situation of feeling sad, again, that the narcissist might just dismiss it away. You're okay, don't cry, and walk away. And so again, the child is left feeling that maybe something's wrong with them, that maybe they did something bad, and they don't understand why their parent is not showing them that love and acceptance. A situation with the anger, and a child expressing frustration or anger, this could be really triggering for a narcissist. And they might say something like, what's that scowl on your face? Or something like that. So to really, again, like shaming the child's emotions, shaming who they are. And of course, this is going to cause, a lot of shame, frustration, confusion, anger, self-doubt, all of these feelings for the child, and a sense of hopelessness as well, because my caregiver is not attuning to me. And the last one, a child that's really, really upset, maybe just, again, dismissing it, blaming the child, you're overreacting, it's not that bad. So the child is going to feel, again, that maybe it's their fault, that they did something wrong. They're going to develop feelings of guilt. They're going to think maybe they're a wimp or they're weak because they're crying, and maybe their parent is saying you shouldn't be crying, it wasn't that bad. And you can see how really mentally damaging and devastating this is for a child. And they believe their parents. They believe this is the very, very sad thing, is they believe that their parent is telling them the truth. And what happens is like a 180 kind of situation. So the child, internalizes that sense of like, I'm wrong, I'm bad, I'm worthless, I'm unlovable. And now the child is attuning to the parent's feelings, to the narcissist's feelings. It's really a 180. So now in that again, that same situation, where the child is told that they're being too hyper, now that they calm down, they calm down their excitement so that they don't bother the parent, so they don't show that excitement anymore, because they start to think that that's wrong, especially if it's happening repeatedly, which of course it is with a narcissist. Again, that second example about feeling sad, they stop crying. They stop crying to try and please their parent. And the one about the anger, they will repress their anger because they know that they've sensed that it's not acceptable. So they try to repress it in order to win the approval of the parents. That narky asshole of a parent, frankly. And the child that's very upset, a lot of distress, they will hide that. They will hide how upset, how much they are in distress, so that their parent doesn't get angry at them or doesn't seem uncomfortable or doesn't abuse them and punish them further. So you can see how things have just been completely flipped around, from instead the child is the center and the narcissist or the healthy parent would be, attuning to the child and trying to notice their cues, looking at their facial expressions. Do they seem sad? Do they seem angry? What's happening with the child? That's what a healthy parent does. But now we have a situation where a child becomes a reactor to their parent. And they're always looking to their parent to decide, how do I feel? How should I be? And instead of, that self-referencing, and they don't learn to self-regulate, they're always looking outward and checking their parent. What's their parent doing? They're looking at their parents' gestures, their parents' facial expressions, their parents' tone of voice, what's happening, and how do I need to be in order for my parent to feel comfortable, so that I receive just that little bit of care, that little bit of attention. And they learn not to bother the parent, not to be an inconvenience, not to upset the parent, not to get the, not that they are upsetting the parent, but I mean, they learn ways in which to anyway cope with that abusive situation. And now the child has become a fawner and a people pleaser, and it is a very, very sad thing. And and of course we carry this in our lives, perhaps for decades, because we don't realize, because it's a subconscious programming. We've been programmed like robots, yeah. So I just wanted to share that kind of hopefully a sort of a deeper realization of how this works and how children of narcissists become people pleasers. I hope this was somewhat helpful, or at least validating for you today. And I'm always wishing you many, many blessings on your journey of healing and awakening. And I am Davina at Boldness Blooming. Thanks for watching.